To me, Michael Jordan's not even ranked top 50 all time. Didn't that just sound really dumb? Well, that's just the era of sports media today I think we're in. Because honestly, I feel like everything you watch now is just hot take after hot take after hot take. Nobody even cares about integrity anymore in sports media. It feels like everyone just cares about getting as many hot takes as they want off in the segment that they're in. They just want to say, well, you know, actually, LeBron is honestly a bench warmer in most teams in any other era in NBA history. What? Are you stupid? No, you're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They know the reaction they're going to get. They're going to get a bunch of people really mad on Twitter, calling them out, getting a bunch of engagement though. It does not matter what kind of engagement as long as they're getting engagement. No matter if it's good or bad attention, it's still attention. They're still going to get a bunch of views. They're still going to get a bunch of people getting mad and saying, actually, you're wrong because I believe this and I believe this. They don't care. They don't care what you think. They're just sitting there laughing because you're giving them money because you're watching them say stupid shit. You know, I used to watch a lot of First Take back in the day. Like, I'm talking more than 5 years ago, probably. And I like the show. It wasn't like my favorite thing of all time, but if it was something I would put on during the day, like if I was bored. And you know, the head man of that show, Stephen A. Smith, he is the king of the hot take. Everything that comes out of that man's mouth, I feel like nowadays, is a hot take. First Take, the show, is the main show of hot takes. They just have a bunch of people on there, old players, you know, other analysts, whatever you want to call them. And they just sit there and they go, well, you know, Tom Brady, I don't know, he wasn't really that good. Like, come on, man, shut up. First Take is just hot takes and arguing. It's just yelling and arguing. People just trying to be louder than the next person, just trying to get off what they think is right. And I don't even think they think is right. It's like a game to them to just try to be like, say the most outrageous thing that you can, so then the next person can argue that outrageous thing, so then you can post it on social media and get 1 million clicks because everyone's gonna then disagree with you and want to argue back and forth. And they don't even believe these things. I don't believe that they believe them. I believe that they're just saying these things because they know they can and they know what kind of reaction they're gonna get. Hot takes have always been around. It's not like it's a new thing, but I feel like ever since like social media like really started popping off, it's like that's where the hot takes come. TikTok and Twitter, I feel like, are the two places that hot takes probably flow the most. You always have some forward player who always say, oh, actually, they're game managers. The Cam Newton thing. I think he called Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. I forgot who all he said was game managers. Come on, man. These are some of the best quarterbacks probably of all time, of their time especially. Drew Brees, this is the night after the award ceremony. Drew Brees got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Famer. I am a little biased, though, for Drew Brees because he's my favorite player of all time. But he is second in touchdowns and passing yards only to Tom Brady. He had the record before he retired and Brady took it over. He's not a game manager. Everyone knows that. You're just saying that because it's going to get you the most attention. And don't get me wrong, I guarantee you people do agree with him. But people probably don't like Drew Brees. But the majority of people are not going to agree with that, and he knows that, so they're going to argue with him about it. Cam Newton also just loves the hot take train. He just loves doing that too as well in his show, and he goes on First Take as well, and they love saying that. And they think they're untouchable. These people think that First Take is the end-all, be-all. Everyone should listen to it, and if they say it, it's true. You know, years ago, we had the whole Max Kellerman segment where they said, if the world was on the line and we had to take one shot to save the world, who are you taking? And he said, world on the line? I'm taking Iguodala.
I want Iguodala.
And it was like, bro, I don't know if that was a hot take. I mean, it's a hot take. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if he meant it to be a hot take or if he truly believed that, because Max Kellerman was something special. I do feel like that in a way kind of blossomed into what we have nowadays of the hot take world. Not saying it's the beginning of it or anything, but it's just a moment in time that everyone remembers. And you know, First Take used to be Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, and those two were the king and queen of hot takes. They were just back and forth, arguing, yelling. It got so bad. I mean, I couldn't take that show anymore. I had to just stop watching it. Skip Bayless then made his own show. He got a bunch of rappers and stuff on it. Like Lil Wayne would be on it all the time. Like, what do these people know about sports? They're just saying the dumbest thing ever. You're just having these people on because they're going to get attention, and it's all about attention. I know I keep reiterating that. It's just, man, it sucks because they don't actually mean anything they say. I hate how everything has to be an argument as well. Like, I can't stand that we have to be, oh, this person's better than this person, they did this. It's like, cool, dude. I mean, yeah, we can debate on whether who's not better, but man, it doesn't always have to be, they actually suck because this person's better than them. But you still acknowledge that they had a great career, even though they're not, yeah, maybe they aren't the best. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be the best. Well, they don't have any Super Bowl wins. Cool, man. Barely anybody gets Super Bowl wins. It doesn't matter about the Super Bowl wins all the time. If you want to talk about the greatest of all time, you can maybe bring Super Bowl wins in. I don't think championship wins in any sport is that great for any certain player. They're team games. That kind of stuff only matters to me in stuff like tennis or golf. If you want to talk about the greatest of all time, they're the ones deciding it for themselves if they're going to win or not. They're the ones doing it. But team sports like the NFL, NBA, one player cannot decide who's going to win. So just because their team didn't win a Super Bowl does not mean that they're bad. Super Bowl wins are a team sport. NBA final wins, team sport. All those things. Team sports always are a team win. Yeah, individual things like when Brady went to the Bucks and then won a Super Bowl in his first year, that is impressive. Doesn't always happen. It's also Tom Brady. I'm just kind of tired of everything has to be an argument. You know, the prince of hot takes right now, I feel like, is Emmanuel Acho. He loves to just say the bullshittiest bullshit of all time. Man, you just see him on Twitter all the time. I can't escape the man. I blocked him on Twitter, but I can't escape him because I just constantly see clips about him saying some stupid shit. The new thing is about how Shedeur Sanders shouldn't listen to his new head coach, Todd Monken, because he's never won anything. What? Dude, how stupid can you be? I know he doesn't believe that. Well, if he does believe it, maybe that's why he only had 2 years in the NFL for his career. Because honestly, he probably didn't listen to his head coach. And I'm not saying that I know more than Emmanuel Acho. I didn't play in the NFL at all. I know that. I don't think you have to have played in the NFL to have an opinion. And when it comes to that point, he's a perfect example. He played in the NFL. Yeah, only 2 years, but his opinions suck. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Doesn't mean it's a good one. But yeah, why should Shedeur Sanders listen to his new head coach? That definitely is going to go over well. That's so dumb. What has Todd Monken done with quarterbacks? Oh, I don't know. Maybe had Lamar Jackson got an MVP. Look, I know Lamar Jackson's talent is what really got him to where he is because he's amazing. But Todd Monken, I mean, the dude won an MVP underneath him. He's done a lot of shit with, like, almost should have won another one, you know, debatable. Todd Monken was his OC for that. I mean, it's not like he hasn't done anything. Like, wouldn't you want to be working with a guy who's worked with Lamar Jackson? I don't know. There was also a part with Russell Wilson where when he was with Denver, he came out and he was like, Denver never put a team around Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson did everything he could. He's actually a really great quarterback. Okay, solid. Maybe I'm not going to say that he was 100% right, but it's a decent argument. But no, then the next year or the year, whatever after, maybe I think it's recently, he comes out and he goes, Russell Wilson's actually not even that good. He was never that good. Or some shit like that. And I'm like, come on, what? You're just a hypocrite. Like, you're just going against your own words. And it's only because you know it'll get you attention. It's just something to say to get the people going. It's provocative. Anybody get that reference?
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going.
And you always get the hot takes in basketball when it comes to trades. Everyone, as soon as the trade is made, this team won. This team won. Do you know that this guy actually No, you don't know that. Let it play out, man. Yeah, there's some trades that are fucking stupid for teams to pull off. And you wonder, what the hell were they thinking? But for the most part, most trades, you have to just wait to see how they play out. Sometimes it's just better for a player to go to another team. It just makes sense. And maybe it'll work out for them. We've seen that a lot of times with players where they go to another team and then all of a sudden their career is rejuvenated. I see a lot of people right now wanting to discuss the Luka and Anthony Davis trade. That was the biggest trade of probably the last decade at least. I'm thinking, unless I don't know, my years are probably all messed up in my head. Maybe there was something bigger. I don't think there was. That was a really dumb trade for the Mavericks. I think everyone agrees with that. But now you have people coming out and saying, you know, actually, the Mavericks won that trade because Cooper Flag is way better to have than keeping Luka. Which, one, that's debatable. And two, the Mavericks didn't get that pick because of the trade. They lucked into it. Yeah, there's conspiracy theories saying like, oh, the Mavericks got it because they traded Luka to Los Angeles, and if they wouldn't have traded him there, they wouldn't have got that pick. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. But you can't just say that because the Mavericks lucked into it that they won the trade. But of course, people are going to say that because, again, it gets engagement. It gets people mad. And doing what I'm doing right now, I'm just not engaging with them on Twitter. I'm just doing it through a video and letting everybody else listen to me talk about it instead of having to go talk with them. Is that a better choice? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. Hopefully you choose me. Yeah, I'm just tired of the hot takes, man. I'm just tired of it. I just like old sports like discussions, like old civil discussions of just, hey man, I think this guy is probably the best. This is my reasons why. Oh, you know, I kind of disagree. This is my reasons why. Good conversation. Instead of being like, yeah, I think that Ryan Leaf actually was probably top 5 quarterback of all time. We just didn't appreciate him enough. You don't believe that. I know you don't. Nobody's ever said that, I hope. I'm just making up bullshit hypotheticals, but I feel like somebody will say that in the future. Sometimes it's the off season, they run out of material and they got to say some crazy shit to get everybody back in. It's the middle of July for NFL sports media and they got to be like, did you know that Pete Carroll was never a good coach? Come on, bro. But anyway, I could probably talk more about this hot take stuff, but that's about all. I don't really have anything else to say. I just think it's dumb. Thank you guys so much for watching. Listen to me rant. Hopefully, you know, you get a little bit of relief from it, from your own frustrations. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind subscribing, leaving a like on the video, it'd be very much appreciated. Other than that, hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.